At AgSource TV here, I'm with Scott Wick, the manager of the Sioux Empire Fair. Thanks, Scott, for being with us today.
Thanks for coming out.
You know, we're here and we got a great backdrop with a lot of people eating a lot of good food here at the Egg Appreciation Day. How many people do you suppose are going to be here today?
I would have to say, based on past history, between 4,000 and 5,000.
That's a lot of food, and it looks like you've had a little practice doing it. You're moving people through the lines real quick here.
Well, I tell you what, I'd like to take credit for the event, but it's Cindy Christensen with the Ag Division of the Chamber. She's been doing it for a lot of years and has a tremendous amount of volunteers. They have it down to a science. They come in the morning and get set up. They start cooking right away. The smoke is in the air. It smells good. They start lining up at 8, 9 o'clock, and with all the great volunteers and sponsors, they get them moving through the line quite quickly.
Well, I'll tell you, they got great entertainment, great food, a great day, a great venue. What more could you ask for?
Well, I tell you what, we've been very lucky, very blessed with weather for this fair up to this point. Great day today. It's looking good night for the concert for Kit Moore, but it's really nice to have all these volunteers and all these people come out and help support the Chamber and Cindy and provide this meal for everybody. It's an awesome event, and we're very proud to be the venue for it.
Well, it is a great event, and you know, like the whole fair, the whole fair is a great event. So let's kind of move over to there. You know, tell us a little bit about the fair. How long has it been around?
Well, the Sioux Empire Fair has been around for 74 years. Next year will be our 75th, and we're on 160 acres of donated land from the Lyon family. And yeah, 74th annual fair, so we're already planning for next year. So there's a lot of great things to come out and see, especially you know, 4-H FFA open class, all the animals, all the shows that are going on. So, you know, back when fairs started in the late 1800s, that's what it was about. A lot of them were in the fall, either right before harvest or after harvest, when everybody could kind of get together and celebrate and you know, reunite old acquaintances, families get together. But it's then they evolved into some entertainment and some other things. So we still are very much ag-based with everything that goes on, and we have a full midway and carnival, and we have entertainment as well.
So how many people during the course of the fair do you normally expect to come through the gates?
Last year we had 289,000, so it was the first time for the 10-day fair. Things are at pace to hopefully hit that this year. It appears people are spending a little bit more. We're up on concessions and other aspects of that. We're having our concerts are all free this year except for one, so we're having very well attended concerts.
Well, you know, and that concept, I think, is working all over. You see companies and organizations that do that, and they do get a much better attendance that way.
Well, we want people to come out here and see value. You pay $7 to come in the gate. You know, we have Steve Azar that's playing on the front porch. We have Sherwin Linton. We've got the winners of America's Got Talent, the Olate Dogs that play 3 shows a day, Double Vision, Bob Bohm's Family Fun Show. We're just bringing in an interactive scuba dive tank today, so if people think they might like scuba diving, they can go underwater, but if it's not their cup of tea, they just stand up because it's only 4 feet deep. But we just want people to know that there's a lot of things to do when they're on the grounds, and to see concerts like Charlie Daniels, Kit Moore, Hunter Hayes, and you're only paying $7, it's almost unheard of. But you're right, there's a lot of places that are doing that, and we just want people to see the value and come out and enjoy the fair.
Well, and speaking of value, you know, you go up and down, and every place you see with all the booze and everything you got going on here, I'm not sure, but I thought I saw earlier today a place where you could go get deep fried butter.
Yeah, there's that. There's all kinds of crazy foods. I tell you what, a fair is a time, one of our board members said one time, a fair is a time when you take just your everyday food, you alter it, and it's fair food. So there's a lot of neat things. There's a glazed donut burger. There's that's out here again. They sell thousands of those when they're here. One of the new ones is the Fish Shack. They do crab cakes. They have tilapia and grouper, and it's been very, very popular. But we have a lot of great food vendors. We actually cut back on vendors, cut back on some duplication because we wanted to make sure to provide the best of the best. So we cut back by about 7 food vendors. We had 16 menus that had corn dogs. We cut that back to 6. We're not allowing the frozen corn dogs. These are the traditional batter dipped and cooked right in front of you. So we've got our food vendors, along with our commercial vendors in the expo building, they've been doing it for years, are great folks to work with.
You know, you're adding new stuff every year, and I'm sure there's something that probably you have to add to in terms of how you deal with some of the unique circumstances that 289,000 visitors can bring to you.
Well, yeah, I mean, safety is of the utmost importance, and we have cameras around the property, and we have We have uniformed officers and plenty of plainclothes that are out and about, especially as we get into the evening and we get into when the sun goes down, and depending on what concert, how many staff you have on hand for security for that. But it's a very, very safe environment. We control it as much as we can, and we've been pretty much incident-free this year so far, except for the unfortunate incident earlier with the carnival. But that was dealt with swiftly and taken care of. So it's a very safe environment.
Well, it is, and you know, I was reading last week about the requirements for checking all this equipment and everything they bring in here. You have some very stringent requirements here.
Yes, we do. South Dakota does not actually have a law that says that amusement rides have to be checked, but there's a third-party inspector that is flown in. They're there through the process of setup. He sees all the rides run, and then he checks off on them to make sure that they're safe.
Well, Scott, thanks very much for spending some time with us. Thanks very much for your hospitality, too. We really appreciate the access. I know how busy you are right now, but you know, you mentioned you're working on next year already, and I'm not going to ask you what news coming, but I'm sure there will be something. We'll be looking forward to seeing that next year.
It's the 75th, and again, you're welcome anytime. Thank you for taking the time to have us on the show, and we look forward to seeing more of you.
Best of success.
Thank you.